everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we have another themed look. And if you can't figure out by now, it is St. Patrick's Day, and this is the look I created for today, and I have a tutorial on this. And it's also I'll be using airbrush as well as other techniques, so stay tuned and watch the video. Majority of the products I'll be using comes from my line Būtē Cosmetics, and like I discussed briefly in the last video, I do have a cosmetics line, and I'll be showcasing most of the products in this video, and most of my videos are from that line. They're not quite available for purchase online as yet, but if you are in the Montego Bay area in Jamaica, you may visit us inside Mega Mart. All right, so on with the tutorial, and until next time, deuces. All right, here I've already cleansed, moisturized, prepped and primed my face, and I am just spraying my highlight, concentrating mainly on my T-zone area. Now the shade I'm using would be in the Būtē Cosmetics line Tropical Glow 200. It's a fairly light shade, but since it's being airbrushed, it can be a gradual build, and I'll be spraying in layers, so it's okay for me to apply the highlight before my foundation, because it acts as a concealer as well. Here I'm taking a color from my Būtē Cosmetics FX palette in the shade Tropical Glow 250, and I'm using this color to shape my brows. I don't usually fill my brows in before shaping them, because after shaping them I can just use other colors or the brow color to fill in what's left, as opposed to drawing the brows on. But this is a technique I use if I want to maintain a still natural looking brows, where you can actually see my existing hairs as opposed to adding a color onto the skin. After defining my brow into the desired shape, I now fill in with the color of choice, and I'm using a green, which is also a color from my Būtē Cosmetics FX palette, but it's going to be a number of colors, because I will be creating a natural gradient from yellow green to black, which after it's blended, it just looks like different shades of green, just so I can maintain natural dimensions of your face and your brow and how it will appear, so that when you take pictures, it is not too pale and not too faded, but it looks like one complete look. I am now airbrushing a gold color on my inner tear duct, I guess, and on the first third of my eyelids with an alcohol-based color. Typically, it is not recommended for your lids. However, this is a costume. This is a one-off thing. It's not something I do every day. And I am using the alcohol base because those bases of airbrush color tends to be very sticky and tacky, and would allow me to then apply either glitters or pigments for them to adhere for longer wear or for more vibrancy in color. Here I'm continuing with the look by spraying a red in the center of my lids, of which I will add a purple at the outer V. Because it's being airbrushed, it creates its own gradient by blending the yellow and the red to make an orange in the center. But as you can see right here, I'm adding the pigments to the gold section. Because I'm using the alcohol base, it does tend to dry a little quick. However, that tackiness, I have some room or some time to play with before that tackiness goes away. So I'm just using that time to apply the pigment before the color actually dries. For me, this is the advantage I enjoy using alcohol-based airbrush colors on my lids. As for, like I said before, I can use pigments to build the vibrancy of the look, and I can use glitters, which just adds to the drama and the longevity of the eye makeup wear as well. Here I'm taking purple pigments as mentioned earlier and just patting that in my outer V, which will be blended into my transition and a little bit with the center color of my lid. I didn't mention before, but these pigments are also from my line Būtē Cosmetics. Now I'm taking a pencil in, okay, I remember the brand. It's an Italia pencil. I like Italia pencils, lip liner, eyeliner pencils in the color violet. I know it looks purple on screen, but it's violet as it says. It's like a blue, but it's a blue that when certain light hits it, it gives a purple hue. And I'm adding green on top. For you, it looks like purple and I'm putting green on top, but it's actually a blue, which helps the green to be a little bit more vibrant. And when I add the lining around, then you'd see the gradient from the blue fading into the green. And I would also add a yellow color on the center of my lips to create that nice gradient or ombre from like a, what you call that, a forest green or teal to green to lime green or yellow in the center of my lips. And it's just to add to the look, and on top of that I will add some glitters. But for the most part, if there's anything that I didn't mention about the products, I will be sure to include them in the description bar. If not, you can just shoot me a question and I'll answer, because I'm really very interactive with my comment section. For the most part, majority of the colors and majority of the colors that you see me using on my face, whether my lips, my face, to draw or anything like that, it comes from my FX palette. Pretty soon I'll be able to show videos and pictures of the palette and the colors that comes within the palette.